football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Ravens and the reigning Super Bowl champs. Coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the San Francisco 49ers. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be a 41-yard punt, giving 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, Those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. And CD, one of the big stories everybody's been tracking this week, the head coach of this offense, looking to become just the second coach in NFL history to win 5 Super Bowl titles.
And let's face it, the respect is there already. We know he's going to go down as one of the all-time great coaches. But even after all this success, what do we notice most about him? He never takes anything for granted. He's treating this Super Bowl like it's the most important game ever played, because for some of the guys on his team, it will be. And he feels the same way himself. I love his intensity. I love the way he gets his team prepared to play in the big game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Purdy sets up to throw again. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Purdy off the play fake. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. Second down. Purdy looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, 49ers. Kyle Pitts with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the 49ers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Back to throw, Purdy. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. It's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage, good for the receptions for the receivers, but you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces, so that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football, all right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it, so that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Flowers. Not able to go anywhere that time. Second down. But he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Throwing is Jackson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their own 42. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. 2nd down and 3. Purdy. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
On 3rd down, it's Purdy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63. 2nd quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. And Jackson going to run again. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Give to Davis Price up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Derrick Stingley in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Throwing here, Purdy. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays.
And a loose football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Purdy will look to throw again here. Touchdown 49ers from 17 yards out. And the Niners continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now, standing just outside his own goal line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw. He completes this to Walker. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. A 2nd down throw for Purdy. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. Well, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the...
Oh, what a juke into space! And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down. On the counter, it's Walker. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Here's Purdy. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Justin Jefferson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jackson now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And the Ravens taking the field. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now Jackson on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Play action. It's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense going to take over late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
This time they stay on the ground. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow. And he works free, finding room at midfield. And down to the 27-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 48 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Walker. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Justin Jefferson. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the 49ers extend their lead yet again. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Jackson now off the bootleg. A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Davis Price will try to pick it up. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Back to the air on second down, Purdy. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Purdy sets up to throw again. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Walker with another carry. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. In trouble, and he's taken down. Justin Madubuike able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. A short throw caught by Andrews, and he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That's taken on the 25. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Hand off here to Walker. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now here come the Ravens.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the third quarter, I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On first down, Purdy.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3.
3 quarters in the books, 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63, and that final frame after this timeout.
We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3. Purdy. Short throw, caught by Pitts.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a
touchdown!
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
26 yards.
And the Niners continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago is starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll drop to throw.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Cook makes the catch on the out route.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Jackson on 1st down.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw again is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Flowers. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Shotgun and then a handoff to Davis Price.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Play action. Now Purdy. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught here by Pitts.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
3rd and 3. Back to throw, Purdy. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
on the handoff. This is Walker. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
In motion left goes a tight end.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 66 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 46.
And going right back to Walker.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Delay of game. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Purdy bootlegging it.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
But Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short throw caught by Andrews. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now Jackson on 2nd down.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return.
The Niners set to take over on offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin.
There he goes, left side.
He may go.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Ravens ready to take over. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive, 1st and 10. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. The extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He gets this one to Davis Price. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down at the 47-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. And the San Francisco 49ers will hoist the Lombardi Trophy as Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.